Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, should big tech companies like Google, Facebook, and others be forced to help pay for rural internet? We'll tell you what's happening there and what phone companies are trying to do. DirecTV is teaming up with Amazon's home internet service, speaking of internet service, to bring it into South America. I'll break down what's happening there and what that means for Amazon's new home internet here in the United States. And new YouTube TV customers can get NFL Sunday Ticket at a crazy good price. These stories and many other ones coming up in a quick second. If you're new here, you can find a link to each story I talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. If you've been here a while and you like what we do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of television. All right, with that said, should big tech giants like Google, Facebook, Amazon, and others be forced to pay for rural internet? Phone companies are asking the FCC to expand the different programs that help bring in funds to fund rural American internet. Now, what happens here is phone companies have to put a percentage of their profits towards a fund that's then originally used to bring phone service to rural America, now used to bring internet service to rural America. These phone companies are saying it's unfair that we're doing this, but big companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon are benefiting from it and not having to chip in. They want the FCC to force Google, Amazon, and other big tech giants out there to have to put a percentage of their profits in. Now, every year this brings in about multiple billions of dollars. I don't have the exact number from me, but billions of dollars that are used to then subsidize internet for rural Americans and bring high-speed internet to more places. The argument here is the people who, these phone companies are paying for that. Even though it's not always going towards their markets, they want tech giants to help chip in and cover it. So question of the day, should large tech companies be forced to chip in towards FCC to bring internet? Now, here's the thing. Many large tech companies are working very hard to expand internet. Google has its fiber network it's rolling out across the country. Amazon's building a home internet satellite. SpaceX has Starlink out there, for example. So it's not a completely new idea here, but what would be new is putting basically a tax on their profits that would fund these programs to bring it to rural America. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Speaking of that, Amazon's launching a home internet service next year. It's going to start testing this year. Well, Amazon has teamed up with DirecTV, its parent company in Latin America, and Sky Brazil, to offer bundled services of Sky Brazil satellite television and DirecTV in 7 South American countries: Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and more with this. So you'll be able to get Amazon's home internet bundled down there. Satellite TV is still widely popular in those countries, especially in more rural areas, having satellite internet bundled. Now, this is great news for Amazon and good news for people in America that want it, because this will help them be able to quickly grow their internet service, get some immediate funds through this bundle, get a lot of new customers, helping them build out the satellites, raise funds to build the satellites for a true worldwide network like SpaceX is still doing. Now, Amazon has the ability to launch 1,000 prototype satellites with the goal of launching several thousand by the time the project is done. That will allow them to have a massive internet network, just like SpaceX Starlink. Look for them to be striking more and more partnerships like this. Amazon is doing their internet service slightly different than SpaceX, and word is they intend to be cheaper than SpaceX. We'll see how it plays out. YouTube TV customers can get NFL Sunday Ticket for just $179. This is a limited time deal for new Sunday Ticket customers. If you haven't done it before, you can get an entire year of NFL Sunday Ticket for just $179. If you're also a YouTube TV customer, that price does not include YouTube TV. Or you can make 4 payments of $44.75 each. It's a pretty good deal. If you're not a YouTube TV customer, the current sale price of NFL Sunday Ticket, just to get that alone as a standalone through YouTube, is $349, or 4 payments, $87.25. Pretty good deal. I'll put a link to this in the show notes and in the first pinned comment if you want to read about it there. But it's out there. All right, we've heard a lot about Netflix ending support for older televisions recently and older Apple TVs. Well, Fubo is doing the same thing. This week, Fubo ended support for some Samsung TVs, 2015 and 2016 models. If you have those older Samsung TVs, you will no longer be able to access Fubo through it. You will need to, if you would like to continue to access Fubo, get a Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or something like that, and plug it into your television. I personally, if your television's working fine, will just get a streaming player. I don't see a need to go buy a whole new TV just because an app ended support. 8, 9, 10 years seems to be the average. Netflix seems to have an average of 10 years. Once a device is over 10 years old, it gets replaced. Problem is, as TVs become more and more the streaming player, also they're smart TVs. A lot of people like to keep TVs longer than 10 years. So that could very well result in a day where your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, wherever it may be. Well, Apple does not have built-in smart TVs. Yeah, maybe that's changing. I don't know. There's been rumors of that for a while. But with this, you'll find you may need to plug in a streaming player. And that's why I firmly believe streaming players are far from dead. There's a lot of talk about how someday they'll just go away. Well, I just don't think people are going to be upgrading, especially high-end multi-thousand-dollar TVs just because an app they like no longer supports that TV and doesn't work anymore. I think they would much rather buy a $45 maybe 4K streaming player, plug it into the HDMI port, and access their content that way, than spending $2,000 or even $200 on a new TV. Leave me a comment, let me know. What do you think? Are you a fan of smart TVs? Or are you worried about this growing trend of streaming players ending or services ending support for older TVs? Let me know. DirecTV Stream is adding 5 new channels, these including one dedicated to women's sports. Now these are free ad-supported channels, and they join a growing trend of these live TV streaming services, growing the number of channels they offer by bundling in free channels. This includes Women's Sports Networks, a 24/7 free streaming channel, Racing America, and Poker Go, and more. So 5 new free streaming channels now available. If you want a full description of each channel and what channel numbers they are in DirecTV Stream, link in the show notes. All right. If you are living by an Amazon major headquarters, there may be some more affordable housing. Now, Amazon's got a lot of grief about the high cost of housing it creates around its headquarters. Amazon's announced they're going to spend an additional $1.4 billion to bring high-speed internet, or high-speed, sorry, reading and talking, to bring affordable housing to several cities around their main plants. This includes Nashville, Tennessee, Arlington, Virginia, National Capital Area, and Washington State area around their headquarters in Washington. So with this, they've already built quite a few or maintained quite a few places out there. In 2021, they put $1.2 billion. That eventually grew to be slightly larger than that. Now they're going to put an additional $1.4 billion down to help build or preserve 14,000 additional affordable homes in areas directly surrounding their headquarters. Disney's doing something similar around Disney World. Big complaints down there that they're driving up the cost of housing by bringing in so many employees and people. And to address that, they're building a massive affordable housing complex with this. We'll keep a close eye on this, but this trend of affordable housing is a major issue that tech giants are facing. Amazon is a major streamer in the world of cord cutting, but now they're trying to address the housing crisis too. It's interesting to see how that plays out. Well, that's it for today. If you have a question, I answered a ton of questions in the comments in the last day. I have a dinner appointment I'm going to head out to. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. Be safe. I'll be back again real soon. But leave me a comment if you have a question. Start off with a question for Luke so I know it's something you want me to answer. Huge thank you to the several thousand new subscribers in the last few weeks. I really do appreciate your support. I'll be back on Monday with another video, maybe a special one over the weekend. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. I really do appreciate it.